or whatever, and just to watch the sports and see all these athletes out there performing in the nude. That would have been rather awkward. But again, they had their sports legends and sports stars back then, and their warrior stars, people who had battle after battle, maybe the scars all over them, but they survived and they killed many, many, many enemy. We have always deified certain human beings for doing certain things that made us think that we as humans could be better, could strive to be better at something. So this whole phenomena of today about deifying, sports players and actors and musicians and other, strange entertainers, basically, is nothing new. And politicians using them to manipulate the general population is also nothing new. But I do find it amazing that we are so fixated now on entertainment and the stars that entertain us that we would forget, he cheated. Man, Tom Brady, he should be suspended for the whole season. He needs to give up those emails and be suspended for the whole season. Really, but I don't hear this same complaint coming from the general peanut gallery about Hillary Clinton. And she's done something potentially far more damaging and hurtful to the people of this country than Tom Brady could ever do. I mean, let's think about this logically for a second. But again, we are being forced to focus on this because the mainstream media, they're not letting this go. They're not letting it go. Now, my opinion on the whole affair, I don't care. I mean, look, I've been a part of sports teams in high school and college, and I know cheating goes on. Cheating happens. Now, most of the time, the cheating person or team gets caught, and there's a foul or penalty assessed, a foul called or a penalty assessed, and it's taken care of right then and there, and we move on. Now, basically, whenever you do something that causes a foul, that's an attempt at cheating. Basketball, it's okay to have a clean shot block. You can block somebody's shot. What you can't do is foul them. You can't slap their hand or move their arm. Touch their arm and move it out of the way. You can't bump them out of the way. You can't, charge them to try to get to the basket. That's called a foul. Now, basically what a foul is really cheating. Plain and simple. That's exactly because you're not following the rule. So we have a mechanism in place already to handle cheaters. You get penalized. But what happens in politics when you cheat? Well, in many cases, nothing. And we the people suffer. Hey, they cheat in voting. Well, the little guy who's doing the cheating in elections, yeah, they if they get caught, they're the ones that get slammed. They're the ones that get fined. They're the ones that get arrested and possibly go to put on trial and go to jail. But the person who wins the election, we don't even try to find out if they even knew anything about cheating. But what was the first thing they did about Brady? Oh, we got to find out if Brady knew about this. But we don't try to find out, did Obama know about some of the Acorn election scam and cheating going on during the last election? No, we don't try to find that out. No, that's just those people acting on their own. So, but when we look at Deflategate, it isn't the ball boy or somebody else in the organization acting on their own. Oh, no. Brady has to know. But if you say, well, Obama had to know. He had to know that Hillary had another server. And the people that want to support him in Obama are like, I don't know. I knew nothing about it. No. But we don't want to know. We don't demand to know, well, did Obama know? Did he know anything about Hillary's cheating? We don't know. And we don't seem to want to know. I want to know. Well, what are in those emails? Well, we got to find out if Brady said something in the emails and tried to cover it up. But what about Hillary? We've had Americans that died. And we might be able to find out more about why and how this whole thing happened, this whole tragedy of Benghazi happened, if we had all our emails, but we don't. But American people aren't calling up sports shows. They're not calling up political shows. They're not calling up, their local talk shows demanding that Hillary turn over the emails. No, what I'm hearing is people calling up and demanding that Brady turn over his emails and or be suspended for the entire 2015-16 season. But we're not demanding that Hillary produce the emails, and if something was amiss that she knew about or was responsible for, how about her going to jail? No, we're not demanding that. We're not demanding any of that. So you have to ask, is there a sort of political agenda going on there? I mean, I got to tell you, I don't know. There very well could be, because it all just seems too unreasonable and unreal that a major politician would do something that is already highly illegal, and they already know better. But she's standing up and saying, well, I'm not going to turn over my emails. I'm not going to turn over my server. So you're just going to have to deal with it. All right, can you imagine what the people would, the fans would say about Tom Brady if, he really took that kind of attitude and position? Well, when he was given that speech, Rod, and he was responding to all the deflate, he seemed a little bit arrogant and aloof about the whole thing. Okay, so Hillary seems a little bit arrogant and aloof about her email server, but that's okay. But Tom Brady seems a little bit arrogant and aloof about the Deflategate scandal, and that's not okay. Look, folks, when it comes down to all of this stuff, we have a bunch of politicians that manipulate us via our entertainment, and we allow them to do so by not demanding on the political side that they equate the same type of standard on themselves and in politics as they want to us to assume that they equate to our entertainment and our sports. I mean, this is just, it's insanity. This is at the point now of insanity. And I got to tell you, I lost interest in professional baseball long ago. I lost interest in professional basketball really long ago. And I got to tell you, I'm getting to the point now where I'm losing interest in professional football. I really am. Because all of this stuff it's meaningless in the grand scheme of things anyway. Yes, if our team wins, we're euphoric for a day or two, or maybe a week until the next week that they play and lose. But it doesn't really last very long. I know you hear, well, certain cities need a sports team because they can bring a city back. Really? What is it? There was a movie back in the 70s, and some of you probably, it was a comedy. It's called The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. And, it was a la remember the movie Thank God It's Friday? It was kind of like that type of genre of a movie, comedy. And Pittsburgh in the movie was in dire straits. And the professional basketball team called the Fish, they were a mismatched and sad and sawdry lot. And the stadium that they played in was just dilapidated, terrible. And then, they had a coach and a few other people got this team together and got them to start playing like a team, and they started winning. And then the audience and ticket sales in the stadium went up. And then they got a new floor, a very elaborate floor. And then, the Pittsburgh is going to be high now because the fish are out there and they're giving the city hope. Hope for what? A sports team can give you hope? I don't really think so. But who says it? Well, the lamestream media says it on behest and behalf of the politicos of the area. Yeah, hey, go out there and tell them that there's hope now because, this team is winning. They can bring a sense of pride back to the city. And then people glom onto it. Yeah. It's kind of like Boston, It's Boston wins a Super Bowl. Yeah, you ask a Patriots fan who won the last Super Bowl, 2015 Super Bowl. Well, we did. They'll say we did. That's what they'll tell you. Well, no, it's not we. You're not a member of the Patriots. You're not on their payroll. You're not on the field. You're not even on the practice field. You had nothing to do with their win. The Patriots won the Super Bowl of 2015. But the fans will say, yeah, we won. Because they take ownership of the team. But yet they won't do the same thing in politics. I mean, and look, these politicians, they fully understand this. Don't doubt me on this. So when people ask me, well, Rod, what do you think about the Deflategate? I say, I think there are more important things to think about, discuss, and get some answers on than whether or not Tom Brady knew that a few footballs were minutely underinflated. Plain and simple. That's what I think of Deflategate. It's something that really doesn't mean anything. Nothing at all. But yet we've got people out there thinking that, it's the end all be all. It's the end of civilization if we do not punish Tom Brady and the Patriots and Belichick for cheating. Or potential or possible cheating. But if there are people who cheat in an election, that in those elections do directly and indirectly affect our everyday life, and we don't call for them to be called out on their cheating and people to be punished for their cheating in an election. But then we have people that want to complain about it, about politicians later. Well, you didn't do anything when you had the chance and opportunity. You weren't paying attention. And then when you did pay attention, you said, oh, well, it's no big deal. And then you turn your pointy little head over towards your entertainment of choice or your sports of choice. And you stick your money and your head in that direction. It really is sad. It's sad because we have people in politics that are directing a lot of this. Don't name your team Redskins. Well, that's political correctness being pushed forward by the liberal left in politics. No cheating in the NFL. Well, hello, you're being a hypocrite considering that your party cheated an awful lot in the 2012 and 2014 elections and people went to jail over that kind of stuff. But we're supposed to just, lay down and take the political enema. But when it comes to sports, oh no, we're going to stand up and just shout from the mountaintop how bad it is, how the integrity of the sport is in trouble, is being tested, because you got to find Brady guilty because, whether or not he did do it, if he did know about it or not, he should come clean, and he needs to come clean. But Hillary Clinton doesn't need to come clean. In fact, she doesn't need to come clean so bad or so much that people are saying, well, why are we picking on Hillary? I mean, what difference does it make? That happened a long time ago. I'm telling you, this is more important, but people will still, to this day, even after they hear this, think that Tom Brady is a bigger criminal than Hillary Clinton. That's sad.